my lovely people. Welcome to another episode of your favorite show, Voices with Claire. Voices with Claire is a talk show on lifestyle. We attempt to answer all your questions, the questions on the challenges you've been facing, be it at work, your relationship, family, and what have you. If this is your first time, please do not forget to subscribe. Just hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, so each time we upload a new video, you will be notified. So guys, today on our show, we'll be talking about ways to love yourself. If you remember, we worked on a series, and of course you've been watching back and forth. People talk about self-love, self-love, self-love. Do you love yourself? Why do you love yourself? Why don't you love yourself? And all of that. But there's a particular question we haven't answered. How do you love yourself? We've heard about love yourself. It's important to love yourself. You need to love yourself. Blah, 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 love yourself. Blah, 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 self-love and all of that. But the question is, how do you love yourself? Many of us want to love ourselves. Who doesn't want to? And truth be told, if you do not love yourself, no one can love you. Yeah, that's the truth. You cannot expect people to love you when you do not love yourself. When people come into your life, they only give you a portion of what you show them. They only return exactly what you portray to them. Take, for example, you walk into a life of a lady who is all bougie, and she does her nails once a week or twice a week. She visits maybe the spa to get her body massage and all of that, maybe once a month. And she goes shopping maybe once a month. If you accept to be in a relationship with that lady, that kind of lady, there's no way you can want her to change later. There's no way you can expect her to put an end to all those things she does. Yeah, you can say credit down, darling, because then you used to be alone, you didn't plan on kids and all of that. But right now we want to plan a future together, right? But you cannot tell her you have to stop, you have to cut it out, you have to there's just no way you cannot do that. No, you can't tell her that. So when you present or you meet someone in a certain condition, or when someone presents themselves to you, the way you see them is the way you will treat them, is the way you will carry them along. So that's why we emphasize on the fact that self-love is very important, because when you start by loving yourself, when you love yourself, the love you give yourself, it grows, it flows out to other people. There's no way you can tell someone, love me, love me, love me, love me like this, love me like that. No, you cannot. You show them how to love you. So it's important to love yourself to the highest extent, because remember again, when you love yourself, you can love others. There's no way you can give what you do not have. You can only give what you have, right? So it starts by you loving yourself. Then others can love you back the way you want them to love you, and you can in turn love other people. So let us talk about ways to love yourself. The first way is for you to understand your flaws. What do I mean by flaws? Your weaknesses. If you're that person who maybe you have anger issues, when you get to the point where you accept that I have anger issues, this is a weakness that I have, and you notice it's a weakness, there's no way you want to stay with that weakness. After discovering a weakness, the next thing you think about is, how do I solve this weakness? So understanding your flaws is very important. And when you discover this is a weakness and you solve it, then you have taken that. Remember, a weakness is a negative thing. You've taken away that negativity. You've created room for someone to come in and love you. You've created an atmosphere where you can meet people and show them love. Because when you keep that negativity, it's toxic. And the only thing that happens next is people run away from you. People want to stay away from you. Even when you get into a relationship, every single day they keep reminding you, oh, you have anger issues. Oh, I can't deal with you. Oh, I can't. And people run away. Mind you, some people pretend like, why is it all about people, people, people? There is no one in this world who can live without people. No one is an island. So you fix yourself because you want to be able to interact with people. You want people to be able to interact with you. There's a reason why God sent us all on this earth. If he didn't want us to come here, interact with people, he would not have sent us all on earth. Remember, there are so many planets out there. Maybe he would have just dotted us all around the planets. Or maybe he keeps one person in America and one person in Cameroon and one person in Nigeria and one person in Burkina Faso, just like that. But he brought us together because he wants us to live together, interact with one another. So that is one of the very important things you have to consider when you're working on yourself. Now, secondly, when you discover and when you understand your flaws, like you pinpoint them, these are my flaws, these are my weaknesses, you need to be able to embrace them. We have this issue where we meet people, we put out our weaknesses or our negativities out there, and people say, please, there's this thing about you I want us to talk about. Let's see how we can do so you can work on this. This is a weakness you have, and oh my goodness, and you flare up and you're so mad, you're so angry, you're so, I don't have any weakness, you don't tell me what to do, you deal with me like that, or you let me go. There's just something people used to say, that's how I am, that's how I was born, that's how I was made. No, don't say that. It's very, very bad. We all came to this world with challenges and weaknesses and all of that, but we need to, as we grow up, we need to shred them. We need to shred them. There's no way you can stay with them. Mind you, some relatives, some family members will just embrace them because they love you that much. But what about the people you will encounter on your way in life? Remember, you are not with your family members forever. What about your spouses? What about your close friends, your pals, your peers? Are they going to take it? No, they will not deal with it. So you don't want to go out there and refuse to accept that you have a weakness, because it's never going to help you. It's only going to destroy you. The next thing you have to do to love yourself is to stop trying to be another person. I'm trying so hard to emphasize on this because it's happening out there a lot. Stop trying to be another person. You can only be you. There are no two yous on this earth. Like I always say, if there is any word as yous, there are no two yous. You are alone. You were uniquely made. There is no one on earth like you. So you have to learn to accept who you are, be who you are, mend who you are. Remember, most of the people you admire have worked on themselves a lot. Most of the people you admire, they have been through hell and back just to work on themselves. They've done a lot to get to where they are. You cannot just sit there and want to be another person. You can't just sit there and imagine, oh, I want to be this lady. Look at how she is. Look at how, is she fluent? She went to school. She learned it. Went to YouTube. She studied. Does she know how to make up? She learned it. She studied it. Is it her courage? You can learn it. And listen, if it's a physical deformity, there is no way you can change it. So don't say, I want to be that person, unless you're dark skinned and you want to bleach before you can say, okay, I'm going to change this physical something. But if it's maybe your leg, one of your legs is longer than the other and all of that, darling, there is something you can do. Let me tell you something. There are disabled people out there who are making it better than able people who can walk without challenges. I'm talking about physical disability here. There are people who are physically disabled who are doing so well for themselves. They just sat down and they Googled and they tried to locate those places where they can fit in. You can fit in no matter how you are. And we keep saying, if you have any questions on how you can work on yourself, how you can be better, how you can come out of that, contact Voices with Claire. We're going to tell you how. It doesn't matter who you are, how you look. God sent you on this earth for a purpose. There's something you can do that the world will marvel. Look at social media today. You see people who are physically not super beautiful or handsome or physically upright and fit in the society, but they are making it big time We look up to them, we admire them because they have accepted their disability. They are living it. They're not trying to be another person. Next, you have to learn to appreciate your own person. Learn to appreciate you. When you appreciate yourself, you'll never want to be another person. When you find those things in you that brings you out, those things that makes you different, those things that, oh God, when you find your purpose, that's the word. When you find your purpose, you will never see anything in any other person. All you will want to do is be better, do something to take you further and all of that. Another thing is you have to learn to put yourself first. Yes, I believe in self first, others next. I believe in it because people keep holding on to, when we were growing up, they kept saying others first, self last, others first, self last. So it made some of us to put ourselves far behind there, and we kept on pushing people ahead of us. We kept on putting people first. No, I'm not saying it's wrong to put people ahead. I'm not saying it's wrong to take care of people. No, but the thing is, put yourself first. If there's a fire in this house, I'm going to run out first. And I'll be shouting, my kids, my mom, my dad, my brother, my sister. I'm sorry. I'm not sure I'll be able to hang in here and be struggling to pull someone out. If there is a fire, that's the first thing that will happen. It's automatic. And it said that jump out first and have the ability to help the next person. Don't just jump, sheepishly try to help another person when you do not even know how. That's why when you're in an air flight, the first thing they tell you is if this flight has an issue, pull the oxygen, put it on you first before you grab the next for the child you're having in hand. Because you need to be okay first before you can take care of the next person. Next, you have to learn to spend time with the right people. Many of us want to associate with people depending on what they have to offer. Many of us want to be friends with people who have money, who have style, who have swag, who have blah, 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 and all of that. And it turns some of us into slaves. Because remember, the people who have made it so much in life, people who have toiled, it doesn't matter how they toiled. Some of them have done it in the fetish way and all of that, and they have achieved. Some of them have done it right. Some people have burnt the midnight candle to get to where they are. Why don't you want to burn the midnight candle too? You just want to jump in and be with like them and just be their friends, and you ignore the people around you. I've been around people who the first thing they do when they come in, when they come to an environment and meet people, the first thing they ask is, what's her education level? Is she married? Does she have children? Where does she work? Those people there's no guarantee that people like that have something to offer to you. There's no guarantee that people like that can help you in any way. It's high time you try as much as possible to be very careful, conscious the kind of people you want to be around. Yeah, you have to be very, very conscious. You don't want to just be around any kind of person. Some people will destroy you to the last. And remember, those people who are up there, they are very careful. They don't want to have you just come and be like them. So you want to be careful. You want to be with people who help build your self-esteem, people who help you, make you understand that you're good, make you feel great about yourself. It is very important. It's very important. Your friendship is very, very important. Value the people who are in your life, the people God has placed in your lives. Value them. And don't always expect people to do things for you when you cannot do for them. It's just automatic. Many people like Christians will say, oh, I don't care. I'm just doing it. It doesn't matter what you do. But no, please, I'm sorry. No, that's not true. Unless you're talking about charity, doing charity. Maybe you're doing it or you're taking care of orphans and widows and all of that. But when it comes to your friends, there is no way you tell me your friend keeps staying away. Each time you have issues, you need your friend. The friend is never there. You're always the one pouring in. You're always the one giving in. And you will remain there and you're happy and you're smiling and you're, darling, if you say you can do that, then I will tell you there's a reason why you're doing that. Maybe you have something attaching you to that friend. Maybe you have some secret you're scared that friend should not expose. There should be something. There should be something. But I think life is a give and take. That's why we have two hands. I'm washing this hand and this hand is washing this hand back. I'm not saying we should go always being selfish and expecting. No, I'm just saying in friendship, you cannot expect another person to keep draining herself, draining, and you're just soaking and soaking and soaking. It's toxic. I'm gone. I'm leaving. I am so gone. Yeah. So you have to value your friendships, treat your friends the way you want them to treat you, love them sincerely from your heart. No comparisons. Not thinking, oh, my friend is married. She has kids. I'm not married. I don't have kids. Let me back up. You cannot do that to yourself. That is witchcraft. That is witchcraft. So another thing you have to do is treat yourself sometimes. Give yourself a treat. Some people just love looking good. It's come to a point where people just look at people and, you know, go on social media, you see people, you see what they're doing, you're so angry. Why is this person always looking so nice? Why is this person always looking so... Mind you, I know some people are misusing social media. Some people are crazy. They drop crazy stuff. It's not inspiring at all, whatever. But some people find pleasure in taking pictures, writing some good captions and having them out there. There's nothing wrong in that. You see the caption they wrote, it might not inspire you, it might inspire another person. You see the pictures they post, it might not inspire you, it might bring out your negativity and your jealousy and everything, but it might just remind somebody that you and I have always been on the same level. Right now I'm far gone, you are still sleeping in that bed. Look at how pretty I look. Jump out of that bed, get ready, get yourself together and jump out, do something fruitful. I'm saying something that I, for one, I have done it before. There are a couple of people I used to look up to a lot. Each time I watch them, they talk, I see their lifestyle. Maybe they just take videos of them having fun with their family or going out and all of that. It reawakens me. If I am low, if I'm feeling low, I'm like, no. I can't do this. I need to wake up, jump out there and have some fun. There's still something out there to enjoy. So you need to give yourself treats. It depends on what your treat is. Some people just like walking or taking walks. Some people like to dress well, look good, jump into their cars and ride around. I do that sometimes. When I feel low, sometimes I like to do that. Some people like to go to the movies. I love going to the movies. Some people want to go to the beach, just go sit there and have quiet time. I love doing that. It inspires me a lot. So many people have many ways. I have a friend, all she would do is have her makeup look so good, take a couple of pictures and wash them off. And her day, she's back to okay. If she feels gloomy, that's what she does. It reminds her. It brings back some feeling. It just makes her feel good. Some people want to listen to music. Some want to watch movies at home. But I always say, please, if you've gotten to the point of depression, do not want to stay home and watch movies. You don't want to stay alone. Go outside, do something. Because staying alone, watching movies, it brings back some thoughts. It just, you know, it stimulates some issues and brings some things back. So yes, guys, so these are some points I put together for you to learn how to love yourself. Stop crucifying yourself. Stop saying, oh, my nose is too big, my eyes are too large, my eyes are too small, I am too dark, I am too fair, I am too short, I'm too tall. There is something for everybody on the surface of this earth. You just need to search it. Search. Do your research. You will see. You'll find a lot. Stop comparing yourself to others. Stop wishing you were Peter or you were Mary or you were Augustina. You are J. You are Y. You are banana. You are plantain. You can never be orange. So, sweeties, I'll leave you right now with these few points. I hope it helps. We will be coming back with some practices that you can do to keep yourself active while you're practicing self-love. I love you guys so very much. It was nice spending time with you. Please consider subscribing and hit the notification bell so each time we upload a new video, you will be notified. And please do not forget to comment. Remember, your comments help us a lot. You can tell us how you do. How do you practice self-love? What are your ways you put together to practice self-love? It's going to help us a lot. So we too can learn more ways we can increase in our journal on how we can practice self-love. We love you guys so much. Take care, stay safe, and God bless you. Bye.